I guess what were the positives from this game? Not necessarily, as you said, you don't necessarily have to go through and go goal by goal or what, but what from this did you like?
Yeah, so we'll go through some positives in terms of not just in terms of this game. Yes, we're going to focus on what we saw in this one, but what this means going forward. And for me, it's 5-on-5 play. The Islanders have been outstanding at 5-on-5 in this series. They've allowed how many goals at 5-on-5 this year, or not this year, in this series? Goals for, oh, that's only in the one game. Sorry, I had it over here. Goals for at 5-on-5. One, two, three. Well, there's a three in game three, and then nothing. So they've got 6 in 4 games. That's pretty good on an average. Um, Now they're scoring most of their goals at 5-on-5, which is outstanding. That's what you want to see. They are controlling play in this 5-on-5 play, which is the majority of the game, right? If you can control what happens through the majority of the game, you will likely control the majority of the game. Now, of course, with these stupid Islanders, we know that when it comes to the penalty kill, they're absolute trash.
And power
So
play. And
yeah,
power
and then the
play.
power
It's
play.
not, if they were okay at one of those things, it'd be like, all right, well, that's probably 2-2 in this series if you're okay at one of those two things. But unfortunately, they're abysmal at both power play and penalty kills. So go figure. We talked about in the preview of this series, special teams playing a very big factor through the first 4 games.
Mhm. And they're not getting, obviously, they are getting outshot every game because it's Carolina. That's just what they do. In my Eagle and Duck, I was saying it still counts if you throw it all the way from your own end as a shot, but like it's not really a dangerous shot. They've got the one game where they got completely embarrassed, right? 110-28. But other than that, they're pretty close. 57-74 game one, 66 in our favor to 63 in game three, and then 93-78 last game. I know that's kind of a big difference in
But
93-78, but still 78 is high, man.
it is, but I was going to say that number sounds a lot higher because it went into double overtime. They played a full extra period
Correct.
as well. So that number looks a lot and sounds a lot higher and worse than it is because you have an extra period and however many into the second period, a second overtime period for that one. It was very brief, 124 into it, Matthew Barzell. But that's a good point to call out the 5-on-5 play. That's something that they've been relatively good at this year.
Hmm.
The special teams though has been a problem for them for a majority of the year. There was that one portion of the season where they were like top 10 in the league in power play and then took an absolute swan dive after. Yeah. And they've just been worse in the league on the PK for pretty much the whole thing here. So not really all that surprising, but can I give you a surprise positive from me in
Yeah.
not only this game but in this series even?
Okay.
Anders Lee.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
He-
he's playing. This is how you want Anders Lee to play. Like he is winning the puck battles along the boards, which was something that maybe he wasn't doing as well during the regular season. He scores a goal, 3 assists through 4 games. That line has been actually really good for the Islanders in the playoffs with Engvall and Pajot.
yeah, I would argue. I don't think I even need to argue that that third line has been the best line for this team through this
Yeah,
series. Without a
easily. I
doubt.
don't think it's yeah, I don't think it's up for debate.
No, exactly. So that's not even an arguable thing. That's just straight fact that they're so much better. And I wonder what the difference was for Anders Lee because we didn't see this Anders Lee through the regular season, right?
Mm-mm.
Like that's just wasn't his thing. Do you think ice time has a factor here for him? Like he might be getting a little bit less ice time, and so that's why we're seeing him be more effective. Trying to get.
Not really because he played. I'm not gonna look at the last one because there's an overtime game, but he played 16:08 in game 3. In game 2, he played 13:01. Okay, so that one was a little bit on the lower side. You know what? My answer was gonna be
What's that?
it's his newfound dad strength. He had another kid.
He's just got. I feel sorry for his wife having to keep popping out kids every like year. If you like that, make sure to subscribe to Up the Turnpike on Patreon for more exclusive New York Islanders content.